Well, here I am, by myself again, but that does not mean that Curtis is not here. It just means that it is an all-cooking show. Now, have you discovered that because of what's going on with the economy that you just don't have enough money? And you're thinking to yourself, I'm just going to have to not get the kind of fruits and vegetables that I need on a daily basis. Well, guess what? This show is designed especially for you. It is entitled Cooking on a Budget. Stay by. Well, welcome to Abundant Living. My name is Paula Eakins, and this is my husband,
Curtis Eakins. I guess you were just waiting on me, right?
I was in a hold.
Yeah, the holding. Okay, it's Curtis. Yes.
Sometimes I'm trying to figure out whether I'm going to finish saying or whether
Yes.
you're going to say it or whatever.
I
But
was just
today's
waiting.
program,
Cooking on a budget.
Yeah, cooking on a budget.
Or a modified spending plan.
Oh, that's. Where you got that?
What we want to do, we want to make every dollar stand up and holler.
Absolutely,
How about
absolutely,
that?
absolutely.
Absolutely.
And so, you know, what we're doing is we're going to be taking certain foods and showing how we can stretch that dollar by taking that same food and using it with different, putting it in different dishes.
Right, okay. Sounds good.
And,
well, we need this all the time, those who, again, have a low budget or have no budget.
True.
And you should have a budget. But anyway, how to stretch that dollar to stand up and make it holler.
Make it holler, make
There
it
you go.
holler. And one way to do that is by using one of those groups that I love the most, gives us more staying power, and that is the Bean Kingdom.
Legumes, okay.
Legumes, so good for you, good with fiber, and then also it's got good nutrition, all the vitamins.
And they're normally not expensive, yes.
Well,
now, they used to be, they're climbing up a little bit. It used to be, what,
moving up.
60, 70 cents, but now $1.10 or whatever.
I think because on Abundant Living in the 3ABN, we talk a lot about those beans, and maybe that's what's making the prices go up, but not really. There's so many different combinations out there. I was teaching a class at Oakwood College when I was working over there, and I know that my students used to always say to me, the only beans I know is navy beans and pinto beans and black eyed peas. And I said, okay, enough of this. All right. So one of our days was actually a shopping spree.
Okay.
I took them to the grocery store, and we actually went through that area with all the different kind of beans. I mean, the Creator God, you know what He's doing.
I bet
all
your
colors,
students were surprised.
They were absolutely shocked.
Yes.
Absolutely shocked. And so we did the beans, and not only that, we went in the area where the apples were, we went where the rices were, all the different foods. So it's amazing how we get stuck sometimes.
Right, yeah.
You know?
Open up that mind. And
Open it up,
a lot of
open it
legumes out there. So we're just going to work with
we're going to work with a couple
today.
of them here today. We got a couple beans we're going to be using today, and one of them is one of my actual recipes I've done before with a different bean, with a garbanzo. This time I'm doing it with the soybean. All right?
Okay.
And so we're going to look at the very first recipe, which is soybean patties.
Okay.
It calls for 1 cup of soybeans uncooked, 4 cups of water, 1 medium onion chopped, 2 tablespoons of soy sauce light, 1 cup of old-fashioned oats, 1 cup of instant oats, 1 cup of pecan meal, a half a teaspoon of sea salt, 3 tablespoons of nutritional yeast flakes, and 1 tablespoon of Italian seasoning. Okay. We can't forget that garlic, Curtis. We got 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, 1 teaspoon of onion powder, and 1/4 cup of olive oil.
All right. Okay. I see that last list
well,
there.
I always remember this recipe does have a lot of ingredients in it.
It does.
But guess what?
But they're not expensive.
But not only that, these ingredients basically you have in your closet. Whether they're in that cabinet in the kitchen.
In the cabinet, not the closet.
We talk about cooking on a budget. We're actually talking about looking in that cabinet, seeing what's there.
And just use what you have already.
And that's really how I develop a lot of my recipes. It's just kind of seeing what's in the cabinet.
So most people will have oatmeal, and
they got the oats
most people will have, let's say, onions, and a lot of things they will already have.
They will have.
Now, certain things you mentioned they may not have.
Yes, but we'll do that as we go through.
Yeah,
because
we'll walk through there.
This one, you're actually just going to use your blender for this recipe. Now, the soybeans, you get them dry, once again, and you're going to put them in the water. and put them in the refrigerator.
Okay.
And 1 cup of soybeans will turn out to be the next day 2.5 cups.
Okay.
They swell up. And the soybean is so small, it's so
Yes.
miraculous how it swells up. It looks just like a navy bean when it's finished.
Right, okay.
So we're going to go ahead and pour those in and get all the beans in. And we
Has
already
the
got the
protein
water.
in
We
there,
already got the
too.
water in there as
Yes.
well. And that's going to be our protein.
Okay.
And I'm going to go ahead and put in the onion as well.
All right.
And this is how I started off, believe it or not. And that is, we're going to start off by blending this together. Okay, let's do that. And you see that there, nice? One thing about the
Blender?
soybeans
Oh,
is they
soybean.
actually have a lot of we call suds. That's the part of the medicinal property of it.
Okay.
It creates its own kind of a suds, which is actually good for the digestive tract. Okay. What I'm gonna do, Curtis, I'm gonna take and I'm gonna have you. Now we got our skillet there.
Just heat it.
and
You want me to turn it
you
up a
can
little
go ahead
bit?
and turn it up a little bit.
To what,
And,
about 300?
about 3. Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Okay.
Okay, because what I'm gonna do is a lot of things gonna go into this recipe.
Okay.
I'm gonna take the soybeans first, and this is with the liquid, and we're gonna go ahead and pour it into our bowl.
Where can you get soybeans? I mean, just
In the regular grocery store.
Oh, regular grocery store will have the
yes,
soybeans.
Yes.
Okay.
If you find that you have a little bit more of the soybean left over, you can pour a little bit of water in there, swish it around a little bit, swish it.
That's a kitchen term.
That's
A new
swish, that's
kitchen
swish
term.
it around
Swish.
a little bit.
You just made that up.
Yes, indeed. Well, you know. You smell the onions?
Yes, we do.
Isn't that good? Okay. And then what we're going to do is I'm going to have you start adding in the other things we're going to need for this recipe. You can move that blender out the way.
Okay.
Okay, and we're going to sit this down here also, out the way. Now, look at that. You said, is that going to make patties? Yes, it is. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to start adding in. Now, if you would, let's do our dry ingredients first. Let's put the pecan meal in.
Okay, pecan meal. This is, yes, okay.
Pecan meal. And then I'm going to put in,
And where can a
once
person
again,
get pecan meal? Again, let's...
At the health food store, some stores have pecan meal. And if not, you can always buy pecans, put them in a blender, and voila, pecan meal. Okay.
There you go.
This is the instant oats.
Instant?
All right, we're going to go ahead and put in
Old-fashioned?
old-fashioned oats. All these things are
Going
right there
in?
in your
Okay,
cabinet.
all right.
All right, we're going to go ahead and put in, we got the onion, that's garlic powder. We're going to put in garlic and onion powder
This would
combination.
be a good dish for those who have high cholesterol. With all this oatmeal going in here,
okay.
too.
And then we're also going to be putting in, now, believe it or not, Italian seasoning.
Italian.
And a little bit of salt.
Sea salt.
That in, too.
It's all mixed up together.
Yes. And then we're going to put in the nutritional yeast.
All right.
And that you're going to have to buy at a health food store,
Okay.
or some of your regular grocery stores now have a health food section. Before I put that in,
that's the
I'm
last
going to now
one.
just start stirring it up.
Okay.
And you got your
so now all
skillet
your
already ready.
seasonings, the skillet is warm.
Okay,
Oh,
turn that down. Turn that down
a little bit.
yes.
Okay, is that
All right.
maybe 250?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Okay. And now I'm going to go ahead and put in the soy sauce
Now,
light.
soy sauce light or Bragg's
Or you can use
liquid
Bragg's
amino, which is
liquid
about the
aminos.
same amount of
Right.
sodium,
Yeah,
correct?
same amount of sodium.
Okay.
I kind of like the depending on what I'm making, I like the light soy because it has that kind of a hickory flavor to it. Okay?
As opposed to the Bragg's
Yes,
liquid aminos?
yes, yes.
Okay.
Okay. Now, one of the things that happens when you do this recipe, it has to sit. You know, we always say let it sit for at least a good 15 minutes, and that way the instant oats get the opportunity to blend in and get that cohesiveness you need to keep the burger together. Okay. But
Because we don't have any eggs in there, so what
there's
is the
no eggs,
oatmeal
nothing
that
to hold
keeps it together?
The instant oats.
Instant oats,
Yes,
okay.
and the thing that makes it have more of the meaty flavor is the pecan meal.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Now, you can see how it looks right now. We're going to set that aside because, you know, once again, because of TV, I want you to see the finished pot looks as it sits.
Oh, that
Notice the
was
difference
fast.
between the two colors.
Okay. So now it has set already for how long?
For at least 15 minutes.
Okay.
And it gets real. See that? How it looks?
Okay. Move this out the
You move
way.
it out the way, and I can go ahead and keep sitting. And we've got the skillet ready to go already.
Already
That's
heated,
good.
ready to
That's
go.
Good. That's good. That's good. And now at this point, you can take a 1/3 or a 1/4 scoop, okay, measuring scoop, and we're going to scoop out our burger.
Time for the burgers.
All right, let's put it in there, and then we're going to mash it down. You can make these large, or you can make them small. I like to make nice big round ones.
These are for the men's size. Yes. Manly burgers.
Manly burgers, or women burgers.
Yes.
Okay, let's get another one in here.
When did you decide to get this recipe together?
Now, you know what? This is funny. I'm going to tell you. Like I said before, I started off with garbanzo beans, okay?
I remember, yes.
At first. And I was making the garbanzo beans up. And I liked the way the flavor came out when I was doing the garbanzos. And I said, let's get a little bit of oil, more oil there, Curtis. While that
Up here?
Yeah, just a teeny bit, a little teeny bit. Let's get all the goodies out. Let's make a good burger. That's okay. There you go. All right. Okay, now let me get back to that subject.
Okay.
Okay, so I was playing around with the garbanzo beans, and I made the garbanzo burgers, and I used to do that with the sage. And the garbanzo patties also you can convert over to making sausages, little round sausages, square sausages. And then I said, wait a minute, what if I use soybeans? I did soybeans and just changed out the seasoning, which was Italian seasoning.
Okay.
How about I've now done pinto beans?
Pinto
How about
beans.
I've done black beans? So it just goes to show you, you can take those beans and you can turn them into burgers, all other kind of things. And so,
And beans are what, 60, 70, 80 cents a bag? Or?
yeah, they've come up a little bit since we were on a budget,
yeah.
but basically
But it's still on a good...
one bag of beans can actually serve up to almost 8 to 9 people.
One
It's
bag
a
of
half a
beans.
cup serving,
Right.
and you got 16 ounces of dry beans, which multiplies itself once you actually start cooking it, which we'll show them when we go to our very next recipe. Now, this is going to brown on both sides, and because of the fact it is bean and we also, it's raw, you want it to cook on that one side at least a good 7 minutes or so before you start turning it. It will turn a nice golden brown, flip it over, and when I flip it over, I usually put the lid on top of it, turn it down low, and let it continue to cook, and it's going to make a beautiful burger. I remember a friend of ours said, I don't believe you can make no burgers out of no beans, okay? And even though it's got that beige color, it actually is going to turn to a nice golden brown color, all right?
But this is cooking on a budget.
It's definitely on a budget,
Or a modified spending plan.
Once you cook this up, all you have to do, you can either serve it by itself with some rice or potatoes, or you can turn around and put it into a sandwich and make it into a burger sandwich, you know, with a hamburger bun, all right? It is so versatile. Even if you want to do something like spaghetti, you can make your spaghetti and your marinara sauce, and you can make these up into little small burgers. And then when you do that, you sit it on top of your spaghetti, and you have spaghetti and meatballs.
Oh, okay. Using that same recipe.
Same recipe, same recipe.
Let's go to the next recipe. What
Let's
we have
look
next?
at the very next recipe that we're going to be doing, and that is Paula's vegetarian chili.
Okay.
It calls for a 1 16-ounce bag of pinto beans dry, 1/2 of a medium onion chopped, 2 to 3 garlic cloves chopped, 6 to 8 cups of water, 1 14.5-ounce can of tomatoes diced, 1 8-ounce can of tomato sauce, 1 tablespoon of chili powder, 1 package of chili seasoning, and sea salt to taste. Now, this is a favorite, okay? The chili.
The chili. Paula's chili.
I've already made it up.
Oh, it's already done.
All the goodies are already inside the chili.
You already did it.
And, you know, the thing I like about that is I cooked in a crock pot.
Okay.
And when you cook in a crock pot, look at that, look at that, look at that, look at that.
Nice and hearty.
Cook it up in that crock pot, and you got all the tomatoes and the chili sauce and everything in there. Look at, look at that.
Have mercy. Yeah.
Okay.
Now, honey, now that's the chili. Now, can we do something with this chili to make this chili stretch? And
we're going to be stretching it because you can eat it right in a bowl.
Right.
Okay.
I mean, that's good like it is.
And we can also do a bean and rice burrito.
Oh, burrito. Okay. We're going to do that now, or?
Yes, let's look at the recipe.
Okay, let's do it.
It calls for 1 cup of brown rice cooked, 2 cups of Paula's vegetarian chili, 4 whole wheat tortilla shells soft, or 1 cup of salsa mild, and 2 tablespoons of chives chopped. Now we're going to make something else out of this. We're going to make something else out of this, and what we're going to do is, Curtis, I've already got my brown rice.
Okay.
I'll put it in my bowl. Let's go back in there.
Now we're going to make
honey,
a burrito.
Now, I'm not sure what you did just then.
What I did?
See, you see that?
Oh, okay.
Okay. Okay.
Only a woman would notice that. I thought it was all right to me.
We're going to take 1 cup of the chili.
Okay.
Okay. And we're going to put it in with the rice. Let's do a little bit more. Same chili. Same chili.
Use a different dish.
That's me this time.
Yeah, that's you that time, baby.
That was me. That was me. Okay.
That's worth it.
And what we're going to do is we're going to just stir it up.
So now that can be another dish. with the
This
rice.
is another dish,
You have
okay?
the chili by itself. Now you
Right.
have the rice and the chili.
Right.
But now you're going to make a burrito
Oh, yeah.
from that.
I'm using my whole wheat. This is my whole wheat shells that I'm using. And we got our little bowl right here. Let's put that on top of that.
All right.
And I already got my shells, soft shells right here.
Whole wheat.
And I'm going to put...
Tortilla shells.
Yeah.
Oh, so it goes right inside the
It goes right
tortilla
on
shells?
in there, right on in there, right on in there.
Now this is cooking on a budget. I mean, using the same chili now. You have the chili by
Same-
itself,
the same
rice
chili.
and the chili. Now it's in a burrito.
And we're going to roll it up.
Oh, you working it now, baby. You working it.
And we're going to get a second one going there. Move
Okay.
that one over. And we're just going to, and I mean, you can just fill it up depending on how much you want. You want to make sure you can wrap it
Yeah,
up, though. I mean,
get
you know
all
what I'm
that in
saying.
it because that would be mine. Yeah.
Okay, this is yours.
That would be mine.
You can also take in lettuce and tomatoes and put that in there also, and olives, you know, and work it.
Work it, baby. Work
We got
it.
two of those together there. We're going to put on top of that some salsa.
Are you working it now, baby? You working it.
And then we're going to take and put on top of that, how about some
Soy sour cream.
soy sour cream?
Sour cream supreme. All right. Soy-based tofu sour cream. So that's what we're using today.
That's what we're using.
Okay.
So we're using,
This is
and
looking mighty good, mighty
You
good.
can see that that is ready to go, and we'll put a little bit of
Little
chives
chives,
on
okay.
top of
Sprinkle right
that.
there, and
You know,
oh yes, this is ready to consume.
and we're going to be taking a break, Curtis, because see, you're ready to consume as I
That's
know.
right. I sure am, baby.
And so we would like for you then to just stay by.
Would you like to learn more about preparing healthful vegetarian dishes? If so, then you want to be sure to order our free Abundant Living resource sheet. It contains useful information about products and cookbooks that will help you to learn more about this natural way of cooking. Along with your order, we would also like to include a free copy of the booklet, The Natural Way to Keep in Shape. This 20-page booklet is filled with tips that will help you to develop a total lifestyle approach to health. To receive both the Abundant Living resource sheet and The Natural Way to Keep in Shape, call us at 800-752-3226 during regular business hours. Call and ask for this special offer today.
Well, welcome back.
Okay.
We're down to the dessert section.
Dessert. Some
And we
people
talk
like the
about-
dessert.
Some people like those
Some
desserts.
people eat the dessert first.
But Curtis,
Yes.
I have a special surprise for you.
What special surprise do you have?
The surprise for you that I've been talking about
That's
is,
right. Since last night.
yes,
What is it?
It's a dessert.
Okay.
Okay, it's a dessert. It's one of your favorite desserts that you always want around your birthday
you.
time. No, you.
Oh,
Around
I
your
mean,
birthday
I'm talking
time.
about you as my dessert.
no.
Because you're my favorite.
Okay, I'm your favorite, but this is your second favorite.
Oh, second favorite.
And that is, of all the different types of cobblers on the
oh,
market.
I already know what it is.
What is it? What is it?
Blackberry, blueberry. What is it?
How'd you guess that?
Because that's my favorite.
Absolutely, absolutely, Curtis. It is your favorite.
Yes, it is.
Okay, and so we're going to look at the ingredients for this dessert.
Okay.
Blackberry cobbler. It calls for 4 cups of blackberries, fresh or frozen, 3 tablespoons of fructose, 2 tablespoons of lemon juice, 1 tablespoon plus 1 teaspoon of cornstarch, vegetable cooking spray, or 1 cup of unbleached flour with a germ, or 1 teaspoon of baking powder, aluminum free, 1/4 teaspoon of sea salt, 2 tablespoons of soy margarine coal, 2 to 3 tablespoons of cold water, and 1 tablespoon of fructose.
Okay. Blackberry cobbler.
I have been hiding
I love
this.
you so much.
I have been hiding this.
You
I
have
have
now.
been
She's been telling
hiding
about
this.
this the taping coming up here for about a week. I said, you have a surprise for me? Nah, I know.
Now you know.
Nah, I know.
Now this recipe actually, what starts off is we're going to go ahead on and put in the fructose.
Okay.
And-
now I don't mind helping on this one.
Absolutely.
I really don't.
And you can go ahead and put in the baking powder.
Well, that's a
aluminum
lot of
free,
work on that one.
And go ahead and put your salt in as
Okay.
well.
Those sea salt.
Okay.
Let's talk about fructose. That may be
While you talk
again
about
another
that,
term for
go-
a new
go
viewing
ahead.
audience. So
Just a fruit sugar.
Yeah,
That's
fruit
what
sugar.
it is. It's what it is.
a little bit better than refined white sugar.
Oh, absolutely.
All right.
Yes, yes. Now, normally instead of putting this in big chunks, we're just going to cut it like this, and then I'm going to have you go ahead on and start meshing that in with your fork.
Okay.
Okay. You can use a pastry blender as well. Let's go ahead and do that. You get used to that now, Curtis.
Yes, I am, my dear.
You know, and I guess while you're doing that, I guess you're saying to yourself, where exactly are
the blackberries?
Where the blackberries?
Yes. You did say blackberry cobbler, right?
Let me see. Maybe I have some blackberries.
You got things hiding down there, don't? Oh, there they. Oh, that's why you didn't want me to see them. Okay. Well, you was working
that down there. I'm telling you, it was a time trying to get these things at this show so that you would not.
And you would not even let me see the recipes for this series of taping too. At least for that show,
I know.
Anyway.
And not only that, I knew if you saw them, you might start eating the blackberries, and I wouldn't have any for the show.
Too,
okay.
Yeah.
We've already greased our dish, square dish. I'm going to go ahead on and put the blackberries in. And I like to keep them frozen, and there's a reason for that. And that is that we've got that cornstarch, and we have that fructose and the lemon juice. And what we want is we want to be able to, the juice is going to come from the blackberries, is going to break down the cornstarch, so that it will thicken up on us. Now, it's not going to get real thick, but it will thicken up on us, all right? Look, aren't they beautiful?
Cobbler.
Aren't they beautiful? Aren't they beautiful? Aren't they beautiful?
Yes.
Okay, I might as well go ahead and...
This is so good.
Okay, now let's see if you can finish this show up, Curtis, because I'm telling you right now.
Wonderful.
We're going to pour on top of it. I've got the cornstarch.
Okay.
Move that around. Go ahead and do a little bit more of your fork there. I can see you still didn't have it. You're so excited.
Yeah, I'm so excited.
I know.
I am seriously pumped.
Just get the rest of this
You know what
out
we're going to
here.
have this evening? On the way home. This may not make it to the house.
Okay. And then I'm going to take the fructose, and we're going to sprinkle that on top.
Okay.
I'm going to save a little bit because I'm going to put it also. Okay.
You know, what we need now is some soy ice cream.
Then I'm going to take the lemon juice, and I'm going to pour the lemon juice over the top of that. Oh, this is going to be so
Work
good.
it, baby, work it.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Cooking on a budget.
Now, I'm going to hold on to that, because now what we got to do is we actually have to take that. Now, notice that the actual, when he's blend in the margarine, the soy margarine, it has that kind of a crumbly texture. So with that in mind, you're going to have to take your cold water, very cold water, and you're going to go ahead on and pour it in.
And keep
that
stirring.
going. Keep on going.
Okay.
All right.
Now this is what, the crust, the
This
top?
is going to be the topping.
Okay.
All right. I'm going to do one more. How are we looking for time?
We got a few minutes. We still have some
Okay.
time to.
We're going to actually create that.
Do
Now, let
your
me tell
work.
you, this is, you're going to keep working this around, and because it is a unbleached flour with the germ, it might need a little bit more water. It's important that the water is cold, and it's important that the margarine is cold, okay?
Otherwise, you won't have that, flaky
Well,
crust.
you're not going to get, it won't get as flaky as you want. But, once again, as on 3ABN, in the amount of time we have, we are going to move
Probably
into
have
the
the crust
next.
already made, huh?
No, I don't have it. I don't have it already made, but I tell you what I did do, though, is I already got our crust ready to go.
Okay.
All right, let's move it out the way. All right. And we're going to sprinkle our water on the counter.
The 3ABN kitchen.
A little bit of a space here. And we're going to go ahead and put our wax paper down.
Now the water's first, so it'll make the
Get
wax
the
paper
stability
stay in
there.
place.
Yes, it will make it stay together. That there. Just move it down.
Okay.
Clean that place up there. All righty. Okay, it's down. And then we're going to just take, and once I do this, I actually sit in the refrigerator for about 15 minutes, so I knew that's what I wanted to do that. And we're going to do a square. So we're going to get it started in a square.
I remember someone said you did this on the cooking class. The lady said, well, what about the bottom crust? You said, this is cooking on a budget. Just the top crust, not the bottom crust, too.
I know. We're only going to be able to get with the money.
Yeah.
With
the money, yeah. This is just one crust, not two.
Absolutely. All right. And we're going to then take our rolling pin, and we're going to not make that kind of noise.
Let me hold it a little bit.
Hold it for me.
Okay.
Hold it for me. And, all right.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to go to the side here.
Okay.
You just keep on doing this until you get a square block.
Okay.
Come that way. Hold up. Let me come this way. Mm-hmm. All right. And because it was in the refrigerator, it's going to take, it has to cool down a little bit. It's all right. Okay, now let me come forward. It's a good
When
way.
was the last time you made a black?
I have never
Blackberry.
made a blackberry cobbler. You always get that.
We purchased one,
We
but
always purchase them.
that's right.
You know, because it is your favorite when it's your birthday or anything is special.
Yes, it is.
You know, you are so excited about a blackberry cobbler.
Honey, hush, you just don't know. And you have kept this hidden from me, I tell you.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
But the camera crew knew.
Oh, they did?
Yeah, they did.
I need to talk to them. Why didn't they tell me?
Hey, you know what I'm saying? Probably because he wants them by the cobbler.
Oh, maybe so. Okay.
All right, let's go ahead on. I'm going to finish this up. The name of the game is we want to actually make it to a square.
Okay.
Make it to a square. And once I make the square up, what's going to happen is I put my pan over top of it, make sure it's the size it needs to be, and we're going to go away so that when we come back, you will see the finished product of everything. So we want you to stay by.
Would you like to learn more about preparing healthful vegetarian dishes? If so, then you want to be sure to order our free Abundant Living resource sheet. It contains useful information about products and cookbooks that will help you to learn more about this natural way of cooking. Along with your order, we would also like to include a free copy of the booklet, The Natural Way to Keep in Shape. This 20-page booklet is filled with tips that will help you to develop a total lifestyle approach to health. To receive both the Abundant Living resource sheet and The Natural Way to Keep in Shape, call us at 800-752-3226 during regular business hours. Call and ask for this special offer today.
Well, I'm telling you, it took everything I had to keep Curtis from messing with that pie.
It
Curtis,
needs to be on this side.
No. I have it over here so I can have more control.
More control.
Okay, now let's look at what we did today, Curtis.
Okay,
all right?
teamwork.
First, we started off with the soybean patties.
Yes,
delicious,
we did.
absolutely fantastic.
Smelling good in the studios.
Smelling good. And then from there, we went to Paula's vegetarian chili. Ooh, look at that. It's
Got some
just
muffins
delicious.
going on there.
Yeah, you got to
Nice
have
and
some
hearty.
muffins to go with it. And we took that same chili and we turned it into a rice and bean burrito.
We're talking about cooking on a budget.
That
Same chili.
soy sour cream and that salsa on top of it. And of course, I dare not say, but I have to.
You have
Your
to.
blueberry cobbler.
Or blackberry cobbler. in this
Blackberry.
sense.
Oh, yeah. Well,
But I like blueberry too.
You know why? 'Cause
That's number 2. But this is blackberry.
Number 1 is definitely the blackberry.
No, you're number 1, baby.
Okay.
Blackberry's
All right.
number 2.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, it's been a good program.
Yes, it has.
And I know you cannot wait before you start.
So can we start
Curtis,
with the blackberry?
I knew that you were going to start with that blackberry first. I knew you were going to go there. And
Okay.
so I'm just going to go ahead on and
Yes.
we'll go ahead
Come
and
on,
go
baby.
into it.
You
go
just
into
taking your
it, go
time and the
into
clock
it.
is ticking, baby.
All right,
Work
Curtis,
with
let
me,
get some
please.
blackberries there for
Oh,
you.
yes.
Okay, honey.
Here
okay,
it comes,
honey.
baby.
Okay.
For good, John 10:10. Jesus said, I come, that they might have life and have it more abundantly.